Hello friends, welcome to MSFT webcast. In this video, we'll see a typical installation of Windows Server 2019 Core Edition in Oracle VM VirtualBox. For this demonstration, first of all, I'm going to create new virtual machine. So let's click on New button. It is going to ask us to provide a name to our virtual machine, which will be WS2K19-Core in my case. Then after, we have options to choose the location where you want to store your virtual machine. Then after, we have options to select type of our operating system which we are installing. In my case, it will be a Microsoft Windows. And then after, we have options to choose version, which will be a Windows 2016 64-bit. At the time of this video recording, in Oracle VM VirtualBox version 6.0, still there is an option to select Windows 2019. So we have to go with Windows 2016 64-bit. Let's click on next. And here you need to specify the amount of RAM which you want to assign to your virtual machine. I think 2 GB is enough for this server core computer. Let's click on next. We need to create new virtual hard disk. So we are going with the default selection. Let's click on create. Click on next. Next again, and here we need to specify the size to our virtual hard disk, which will be 100 GB in our case. Okay, let's click on create to create this virtual machine. Fine, as you can see, virtual machine has been created successfully. Now I'm going to modify the settings. Let's click on settings icon. First of all, I'm going to modify the boot order. I'm going to remove floppy disk. Hard disk will be a first boot, and then optical disk. I'm going to use 2 CPU core for this virtual machine. So here you can manually specify the number of core as well. Then I'm going to click on storage because we need to mount the ISO image of Windows Server 2019. We are going to use Windows Server 2019 Evaluation Edition ISO image, which you can download from Microsoft TechNet website. Let's click on empty CD DVD icon. And here I'm going to select the ISO image. Fine, let's click on OK button. Now we are ready to start the installation process. So let's click on Start button. In the first console, we need to select language to install, time and currency format, keyboard or input method. We are going with the default selection, which is English United States. Let's click on Next button to continue. To start the installation process, we simply need to click on Install Now button. On this console, select the version of Windows Server 2019 you are about to install. We are going to install Core Edition. That's why I'm going to select Windows Server 2019 Standard Evaluation Edition. If you want graphical user interface, that time you need to select Desktop Experience. So select first one, and then I'm going to click on Next button. Here I'm going to select this checkbox. I accept the license terms, and then I'm going to click on Next button. We are going for the clean installation. That's why I'm going to select the second one, Custom Install Windows Only option. As you can see, we don't have any partition created on our virtual hard disk. So let's create partition on it. For that, I'm going to click on New button. Click on Apply. Click on OK. Here we have a one system reserve partition, and the one more partition is there on which we are going to install Server Core 2019. Let's click on Next. The installation process will take some time to complete, and once the installation complete, your server will reboot at least for 2 times. Let's click on Restart Now to restart our virtual machine. After restarting the server, you will be prompted to type the local administrator account's password. So let's set a password for our local administrator account. And for that, you need to press Enter key. Here you need to specify a new password. And once you specify the password and confirm password, you need to press Enter key. Fine, as you can see, we are receiving a message that your password has been changed successfully. Let's press Enter key again. So that's it. After you have finished installing Windows Server 2019 Core, you can go ahead with some of the basic settings you'll need to do first. like setting up date and time, renaming server, setting up IP addressing scheme on your server, etc. So just like earlier version of Windows Server core computer, we can also manage this computer using sconfig command. So let's type sconfig and press enter key. Here, as you can see, all the options are available to you which you can configure for server configuration. So first of all, I'm going to set up date and time. Press enter key. Here I'm going to change time zone. And in my case, it will be a UTC plus 530. Okay. And okay. Fine. Now I'm going to set up network configuration on our computer. By default, server is receiving IP address from dhcp server. And on this server core computer, we want to assign static IP address. So for that, I need to type options number 8 and then press enter key. Here you can see index number is there, which is 1 in our case. So let's type index number 1, press enter key. And as you can see, currently our server is receiving IP address from dhcp server, which we want to disable. So to set up IP address, we need to choose options number 1, set network adapter address. If you want to use dhcp, then type D. If you want to use static IP address, then type S. Enter your static IP address, which will be a 172.18.72.12 in my case. I'm going to use the default subnet mask. Now it is asking us to specify default gateway, which will be a 172.18.72.1 in our case. Fine, IP address has been set successfully, that you can see it here. And now as you can see, DHCP enabled, it is set to false. That means we have successfully assigned static IP address to this server core computer. Now I'm going to specify preferred DNS server address as well. So for that, we need to type options number 2. Enter your new preferred DNS server's address, which will be a 172.18.72.5 in my case. Okay, preferred DNS server set. If you want to specify alternate DNS server address, you need to type that address here, but I'm going to use the blank one. Fine, now as you can see, this is our IP address and this is our preferred DNS server address. To return to main menu, we need to type options number 4. Okay, now the last thing that we want to do is renaming this computer, and for that we need to use options number 2. Okay, enter your new computer directly on this console, which will be a WS2K19-Core01. Let's press enter key. You must restart your computer to apply these changes. You want to restart now? Let's click on yes. Okay, press Ctrl-Delete key to unlock this server. Let's specify the password for our admin account and hit enter. Fine, again I'm going to run command sconfig. And as you can see, our computer name is set to WS2K19-Core01. So this is the way how we can install Windows Server 2019 Core Edition in Oracle VM VirtualBox. So that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching this video.